get an idea who we have present on each of the cases. And so if somebody's not present for a case, we'll take that case up last. Sir, in the first row, what is your name?
Sylvester Warren, Mary Davis Park.
What's the property address at issue?
Case number 159. It's the 988 Northeast Baskin.
Tell me your
It's a
name again.
witness.
Tell me your name again.
Sylvester Warren. Please put the third. I almost lost the closing. Put up that.
Okay. And sir, the second row, which case are you here for?
Chris Berger, 442 Northwest Hillsborough.
Okay, and gentlemen in the fourth row, which case are you here for?
Just here observing.
Okay. And there's a gentleman online. Is it Antonio Johnson? It looks like you're muted. Which case are you here to speak on? Okay. All right, then. So what we'll do is we'll take up, Mr. Johnson, we'll take up your case first, which is number 3 on the agenda, and then Mr. Berger will take up your case second. Okay, and then we'll take up the rest of the cases. I'll go ahead and swear in all of the witnesses now at the beginning of the hearing. So if you plan to speak to a case, if you could raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll pull up case number 3 on the agenda, which is case number CE 25-159. Antonio Johnson's the owner. The address is Northeast Bascom Norris Drive. And so what we'll do is we'll have the city present the alleged violations, the notice that was provided, and then the remedy the city is seeking. And then I'll let Mr. Johnson and Mr. Warren, you can address me as well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Silva.
Okay, on July 3rd, 2025, I reopened this case due to a new owner of the property, which is Mr. Antonio Johnson. This property in question is located at 988 Northeast Bascom Norris Drive. The structure is in serious disrepair. Photos were taken on the same date and placed into the case file. The prior case I had on it, which was case number 2432, I closed that case due to the new owner. There has been no change to the structure at all. I have spoken with Mr. Antonio Johnson several times, and his intentions were demolishing the structure. At that time, I prepared a notice of violation and mailed it certified in first-class mail to Mr. Johnson, dated August the 3rd. On July 27th of 2025, Mr. Johnson requested an extension. We both agreed to an extension to September 17th of 2025. On September 23rd, I prepared a notice of violation and a notice of hearing and mailed it certified first-class mail with the hearing date today. I also posted a notice of hearing on the City of Lake City website. A notice of hearing was also mailed to Sylvester Warren as a witness. On October 17th, the green card was returned to me as delivered and signed for. On October 27th, I posted the property in City Hall with the affidavit of posting and a notice of hearing. On October 27th, I checked the USPS website and learned that the notice of violation and notice of hearing was delivered on September 29th and left with the individual. What the city is requesting is for an order to demolish the structure due to the deterioration of the structure. It is unsafe to occupy that structure. So we're requesting a demo of that structure if Mr. Johnson is not willing to demo the structure himself.
Just to clarify, Mr. Silva, you're wanting an order requiring Mr. Johnson to demolish the structure?
Well, if he's not willing to demo the structure, we would like an order stating that the city can go in and demolish the structure. And then a lien be placed on the property of the amount of the demolition cost.
Mr. Silva, you mentioned that the structure is unsafe to occupy. And I see that one of the violations alleges under IPMC 10813, structure unfit for human occupancy. And so my question was, how did the city come to the determination that this structure is unfit for human occupancy? I mean, I see the photos where there's where the exterior walls and the roof are in disrepair. Is there any other information that you have to suggest that the structure is unfit?
Yes, there is numerous holes in the roof of the structure. There's siding falling off of the structure in the rear of the structure itself.
Do you know if the structure is vacant?
Yes, it is. It's been vacant for several years. We've had prior cases back to 2019. Back in 2024, you heard the case where I was ordered to notify all the heirs to the property, which I did not notify all of them, but I did notify Mr. Johnson, who is the only owner of the property itself.
Okay, Mr. Warren, are you here to speak on behalf of the city or the property owner?
On behalf of the city, myself and my grandmother, who we filed a complaint back in
Okay.
1924, and it was froze. We were gonna make a determination, but it was determined it was error, so we had to redo it. And then this is one of the heirs who solo became the sole owner of the property. Now we're just back. It's a basic continuation of the same property that you will make a ruling on.
Okay. Do you want to come up to the,
I'm sorry, I
the
apologize.
podium and I
Yes.
just wasn't sure if you were who you were speaking for.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if you
Yes,
could just
ma'am.
go ahead and
So-
you can tell me whatever you'd like to tell me about the property.
So, can I start out by saying this, you magistrate? First, I just want to be clear because the young man on the other end of the screen is someone that I grew up with. We say what? Okay, we all live in the same house. Okay, so I was trying to be respectful, whatnot. Well, what I've done several times through my brother. Imagine I've offered to even pay to have this property cleaned up. I tried. I had my brother call him since he know Pookie. I had Pookie to call him and tell him that if he didn't have the means to do it, right, on the face of his beloved grandmother, that I would go ahead and just pay to have it cleaned off so that my grandmother, who's 80 some years old, don't have to worry about the snakes and the cats and the property value. That property's been unoccupied for over 25 years and it's been in the same condition and it's steadily deteriorating. It's an eyesore to the community. It's a hazard zone. It's unsafe. It could lead to several things that could be a liability to my Down syndrome sister, where you start having different homeless people moved in, potentially people selling drugs, grabbing people and taking them in there, doing unsafe things to them. It's just a very blight, unsafe structure for the community and has been so for over 20 some years. And Judge, we're just asking that we're not asking that you take it, just clean it up. It's just time out for it. It's been over 20 plus years. And if you look at my grandmother, we had to shut down basically the ALF facility. My grandmother went ahead and retired the ALF because she was tired of answering the complaints when the people came out about were there really rodents and snakes and stuff coming back over to the clients, because the clients that she had were complaining about the snakes and the different things. So I just told grandma the best thing to do at her age is to retire the ALF license. And since then, we had to do major modifications to the ALF building to get it back into a position to be able to go back to its current use, which was apartments. So this whole concept of this one building that would have cost $2,000-3,000 at one point to clean off has now cost my grandmother a lifetime of headache, a loss of business, and at her age to financially try to have to restructure a business to make a living for her and my Down syndrome sister. That's unfair.
Okay, thank you. Um, Mr. Silva, before I turn to Mr. Johnson, I did want to ask if you believe that this building could be repaired.
Honestly, Your Honor, no ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, you have the floor. What is your position with respect to this property? Mr. Johnson, how much time do you need to be able to secure the funding and secure a vendor to, or a contractor to demolish the property? Okay, just because I know sometimes things take time, I'm going to ask Mr. Silva if he'd be willing to give you 60 days to demolish the property. He has to pull a permit to demolish the structure, correct?
That is correct.
And how long does it take to obtain a structure permit?
We could get the permit issued out within 2 days.
Okay, so not much time, but Mr. Johnson, you understand you're going to have to pull a permit to, or your contractor will have to pull a permit on your behalf to demolish the property as well. And Mr. Silva relayed he thought maybe 2 days to get the permit. But Mr. Silva asked 60 days. Is the city agreeable to that to give him a little bit of room in order to get this done?
Yeah, I'm willing to give the 60 days, but I'm requesting if by the 61st day, that the structure is not demolished, that the city would get an order to go in and demolish the structure.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, what I'm going to order, well, does anybody have anything else they'd like to say on this?
I just wanted to
If it's about the personal relationship, it's
No,
not
it's
really
not about
relevant.
personal
Okay.
relationship. It's the, and I think I made this clear in the beginning. I just want to clarify for the record. Nobody wants anyone's property. Just want people to maintain their property. That's it. There's no wanting of the property. We've never requested the property. Am I right, Mrs. Owen? We've never asked your majesty to rule on anything of the property. So all we asking and requesting is it be,
Please.
we just asking that the structure be demoed. That's it. And how much time you want to give them to do it, we're good with that. Whatever the city wishes on. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to ask that we not engage in personal attacks. Okay. All right. Well, I am going to order that Mr. Johnson, that you have the property, the structure on the property demolished, and you pull a permit in order to do that demolition, and the work needs to be completed within 60 days of the date of my order. So you'll receive a written order from me. I want to make sure I have your correct mailing address. That's 1550 Capitol Circle, Southwest, Suite 8, Tallahassee, Florida, 32310.
Your Honor, I would like to add the administrative fees of $9.64 be added for postage.
Okay. I will order, so Mr. Johnson, if you do not demolish the structure within 60 days of the date of the order, you'll have, the city will be permitted to demolish the structure after the 61st day, and the cost to the city to demolish the structure will serve as a lien on the property moving forward, so that if you wanted to sell the property in the future, you'd have to clear that lien or with the city. I'll also award the $9.64 in administrative costs for the postage to the city. Any questions about the order?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for your time. You're welcome to stay or go. It's totally up to you. Thank you. All right, the next case is case number 4 on the agenda, which is case number 25-189 involving Chris Berger. Mr. Sova.
All right. I'm testifying on behalf of Officer Don White, who is out on medical leave at this time. On this case, on 9/2/25, Mr. White observed a property listed at 442 Northwest Hillsborough Street with significant overgrowth. Pictures were taken and added to the case file. A notice of violation and a notice of hearing was prepared and sent to the property's address, which is on Hillsborough Street. The correction date of the notice of violation was October 3rd of 2025, and the hearing date of November the 6th. Officer White did post the property and City Hall with a notice of hearing and the affidavit of posting on the 27th of October. Pictures were taken and added to the case file. I'm assuming, Your Honor, that the reason why he was bringing this was a prior case he had on the property back in May of 2025, May 7th of 2025, for the same violation. I did inspect the property today. The property has been cleaned up. It looks good in my eyes. So my assumption was him to bring Mr. Berger in front of you for this violation and the prior violation that was that he cleaned up back in May of last year. I'm not sure what to ask for on this. I would leave that up to your hands, Your Honor. I know there was no prior order for any cases.
Yeah, I mean, so in order for this to be considered a repeat violation, the city code defines a repeat violation as a violation of the city code by a person who has been previously found through the enforcement board or other quasi-judicial process to have violated or admitted violating the same provision within 5 years. So I read that to say that there has to have been a prior order by me.
That was my thought.
So there's no order in this case, no prior order, so it's not going to be a repeat violation.
May I say something?
Hold on one second. And I also don't see how I have the authority under the code. It looks like the property's been cleaned up, so I don't see that I have the authority today to issue a fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Sewa?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Berger, you have the floor.
I received a notice of violation on May 7th. It said I needed to clean up the property by 6/7/25. I have a picture. I got the property cleaned up before then of a conversation with my lawn guy. I didn't take any pictures of the grass in particular, but I did get it cleaned up before the date that it was due. I didn't come here to argue and say that the grass did get out of hand at one point. My dad has cancer, and I got a little out of things, and but I wanted to tell you guys, the city, that I'm trying to do my best now and keep the house up to code. And I do have a little record of pictures with dates since then, but it may have gotten out of hand one time during between now and June or whatever the notice of the violation was, but I'm doing my best now, and I think it's going pretty well.
Mr. Berger, it appears. Let me just pull up the file real quick. That the lawn was overgrown again on September 2nd, 2025, according to the photos in the file. And it appears from the photos from today that you've cleaned up the lawn, as Mr. Silva relayed. At this point, since you did bring the property into compliance, I don't have the authority to issue any sort of fine.
Okay.
Or anything like that. I appreciate you responding to the city and cleaning up the property this second time again. I would just ask that you continue to do your best to
I take
keep
it
the
seriously,
property in
and I'm trying my
compliance.
best. Thank you.
So I'm not going to issue an order in this case?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Silva, we will call up case number 1, which involves case number 25-7. If I could, can I just confirm the mailing address in that case? Is that the 3328 Riverbank Drive?
Yes, that is correct. Middleburg, Florida.
Okay. Okay, and then, so we have no respondent present. Have you been able to communicate with the property owner at all, Mr. Silva?
No, ma'am, this is Officer White's case. I'm looking over his notes now. It appears that he hasn't had any contact with the owners.
Okay. And if I look at, of photos from today. Are these the photos for this case?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and did you take these photos?
Yes, I did.
So it appears that the property's been brought into compliance.
Yeah, the only thing I see, Your Honor, is the derelict vehicle on the property. I think that was one of his violations, I believe. Yes, 302.8 motor vehicles. Is located on the carport.
How can you tell that the motor vehicle is inoperative or unlicensed?
It's been sitting there for several years.
Okay.
That vehicle was there when I was with the police department, and I retired in 2018.
So what is the city requesting at this point?
The city's requesting that the derelict vehicle be removed within 30 days. If not, $50 a day daily fine be added to the property as a lien.
Presumably, the city would be okay if the vehicle was repaired so it was operable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I will go ahead and order the city that the derelict vehicle be repaired or removed within 30 days. If not, a $50 daily fine will accrue thereafter, which may become a lien on the property.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there administrative costs as well?
He had $9.64.
Okay. Anything else on that case?
No, ma'am.
All right, so we'll turn to case number 2. We don't have anybody present on behalf of the property owner there. Is this Mr. White's case too?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this, let's see. Weeds case, it appears from your photos today that the property's been cleaned up.
Yes, ma'am, it has. Yeah, this won't be the same as Mr. Berger's case.
Yes, there, I see that Mr. White was claiming a repeat violation, but I didn't see an order
Yes,
in the prior
I
case.
didn't see one
Okay.
either. No, ma'am.
So I will not, I don't think I have the authority to issue any sort of fine, so I will issue no order in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I believe that is all the cases.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else for the good of the order?
That is it.
Okay, we will call this hearing adjourned.